Welcome to the Nanoscale Materials Science and Engineering Building, which is the home for the Institute for Nanoscience and Engineering here at the University of Arkansas. This video is designed to provide a tour of the building as well as to introduce you to some of the cultural aspects and to provide some necessary training. This training does not certify you to work in any specific area. Additional training may be required for access to specific laboratories. Please note as we begin that this training was filmed on the 19th of June 2011. This date, along with a date of expiration, is shown at the bottom of the screen. If the date of expiration is passed, please alert the administrative staff so that they can provide you with a current training video. This building is open during business hours and has keycard access at other times. As we enter, please note that we do not require the door to be closed between each individual person, but we do require that each individual person does scan their identification card when the doors are locked. This holds for the main door as well as for any laboratories. This atrium is designed to serve as additional conference area if needed. The monitors and displays are set up to highlight the achievements of the Institute personnel. Don't let that stop you, however, from connecting your laptop or other memory device for a discussion or presentation. Additionally, please feel free to move the furniture around to suit your needs. Just make sure you put it back when you're done. Finally, the walls in this area that are glass are designed to be used as whiteboard surfaces. So please use regular whiteboard markers on them. Make sure that you erase any marks you make. Welcome to the Innovation Lab. Designed as a flexible space, this area exists primarily for the use of graduate students. The features of this room include movable tables and chairs, whiteboard walls, and a partition that can be used to divide the space into two smaller areas. When moving the furniture, please be careful not to damage the walls. The tabletops are designed to lift up and rotate 90 degrees so that they can be pushed against the wall, allowing the tables to nest together and create more space if needed. The extra chairs are stackable up to 6 high, again in order to create more space. To deploy the partition, slide the panels from their storage area. The panels are designed to automatically rotate 90 degrees into the proper orientation. Slide them along the track until they come to rest against one another. Once the final panel has been deployed, you will need to close the storage door. In order to do this, you will be required to operate both the foot mechanism as well as the latch. This will require a person on either side of the door, or of the partition. If you are the only person available, you will have to exit one area, go through the administration space, and re-enter the Innovation Lab. To remove the partition, open the storage door and slide the panels back into the storage area. Again, they will rotate 90 degrees into their proper orientation. As you move the panels, please make sure you move them smoothly and carefully so that you avoid collisions with furniture and walls in order to minimize damage. Each floor has a small area dedicated to the culinary needs of the community. These areas have coffee pots and microwaves. Additionally, there's refrigerator space on the second floor. Items in the refrigerator without a name and a date will be discarded, including the container. Any item with a date over a week old will also be discarded. This is the administration area where you can get support for various needs. Additionally, this space and the personnel here serve to support the Microelectronics Photonics program. While we are here, let me inform you of some administrative details. First, there is a wealth of information, including training videos and demonstrations from when the building was first taken ownership of. The people here can assist you in finding those videos. There are 2 conference spaces, 105, which holds about 20 people, and 253, which holds about 8 people. These can be reserved at the website, which appears on your screen. When making a reservation, please make sure to include your contact information so that if something must change, you can be informed. If you do not have access to this site, please let the people in this area know and they will be glad to help you. Next, this is also where you bring your keycard form, which is found at the website now appearing on your screen. Please fill out the keycard form, have it signed by the appropriate lab managers, and then bring it here, where they will grant you keycard access. Remember that additional training may be required for various areas of the building. Finally, there are the mailboxes for the faculty and staff, as well as for the various research groups in this building housed in this area. Furthermore, Microelectronics Photonics students each have a mailbox as well. Before we go on with our further building tour, the building executive, Ken Vickers, would like to have a few words.
My name is Ken Vickers. I'm the building executive for this building, and I want to welcome you to it. I want to talk a little bit about the culture that we're trying to create in this building. For one thing, one of the most difficult things for people to do is get to know each other. So I encourage you to introduce yourself to people that you don't know. If you forget their name, don't worry about it. We all do that. Introduce yourself the next time you see them. We really want people to mix in here, and you can't mix with people that you don't know. Along the same lines is we are a group that comes from many different places around the world. We have our parent languages that we're very comfortable in speaking. But within the technology community, it's important that you speak English. We want you to feel free to join any conversation that's occurring of a technical or friendly nature. So please speak English in the building. Our faculty are asking you to do that. Also, for your own benefit, as you go through your professional life, being proficient in English in the international community is a key element of your success, and what better place to practice it than here in the Nano building. Last but not least, this building is a showcase facility for the University of Arkansas and will be for several years. We will have unexpected guests. Don't be surprised if the chancellor walks in or the governor. So I ask you to clean up, to keep the place tidy and neat, because that will make us all proud when we have unexpected visitors. So with that, enjoy the rest of the tape and welcome to our community.
Please note that this exit is an emergency exit only. The reason for this is because the university chose to make this a LEED certified building. In order to achieve this environmental certification, it required a certain amount of metal. Unfortunately, a sidewalk from this door to the corner of campus would have reduced the meadow to an unacceptable limit. Therefore, we've chosen to make this an emergency exit. So opening this door will cause fire trucks to roll and will result in a $1,000 fine to the university. As we enter the research portion of this building, please note that no food or drink beyond this point signage. Violation of this policy may result in large fines for the university and may also result in you losing your card access to the building. Additionally note the magnetic door holders that can be used if you're moving large equipment, materials, or supplies into and out of this area. Again, please remember to close the doors to ensure proper air handling. Another issue with air handling indoors is that some doors may not close all the way on their own. They may be held open slightly by some air pressure. For both security and air handling reasons, please make sure that these doors close all the way. Now let's go in and see what these laboratories have to offer. Notice, as you enter different areas of the building, the lights will come on automatically. They will also turn off behind you after some time. Occasionally, they may not come on. Usually when this happens, it means that the switch has been activated. This overrides the sensors for a short period. Therefore, you will have to find the switch, which is actually a set of 2 buttons, and turn the lights on manually. This area of the building contains a dedicated clean room, which has specific protocols for entering in order to minimize the amount of dirt that goes into the area. The first step is to knock the loose dirt and dust off of your shoes with this device. Now we're ready to go into the gowning room. As you enter the gowning room, make sure that both of your feet get put on the sticky mat. This further removes any dirt that may be on the bottom of your soles. Next, you'll need the proper attire. This consists of a bouffant, a smock, and booties. As you put these on, remember that dirt falls down. Therefore, the bouffant goes first, the smock next, followed by the booties last. A last step before actually entering the clean room is to make sure that both feet are placed firmly on the second sticky mat. This will remove any lint from the bottom of the booties. There's a special hallway running through the middle of the first floor known as a service corridor. This area will house gas cylinders, chillers, uninterruptible power supplies, and other support equipment. Additionally, equipment and supplies may be moved through this corridor, so it needs to be kept clear. This is the liquid nitrogen fill station. While I'm here, I'd like to remind you of a few guidelines while working with liquid nitrogen. First, make sure that you have the proper personal protective equipment. This might include closed-toed shoes, insulated gloves, a face mask, and ear protection. Next, remember to work in a well-ventilated area so that the oxygen supply can constantly be replenished. Finally, remember that while small spills are okay, they will just evaporate. Large spills, which can make thermal contact, could be damaging to equipment or property. If you're going to be moving equipment into and out of the building, you may be using the loading dock. There are 2 features that you need to be aware of. The first are the doors. Typically, they're operated with this control panel. Pushing the open button will cause the door to raise all the way. You can stop this by pressing the stop button. In order to lower the door, you'll need to push and hold the close button. It is only activated after you've pushed the stop button, even if you've allowed it to raise all the way and automatically stop.